Hello, my name's Fox Knight. So again, I have a Fox. Of course, he'd pull up in a freaking white suit to the graveyard. This is Night Ride, episode 6 of the Caped Crusader. I'm back doing these. I've been away for a minute. It's really funny watching this because again, like in the last few episodes, I've said like they've kept everything grounded. Like what's Penguin's big plot? She has a cannon. She has a war cannon on top of her boat that's dressed like a, umbrella. Okay, fine. What's Clayface's whole thing? Oh, it's not that he's an amorphous blob of clay. No. His face is chemically messed up to allows him to reshape his face however, he likes. Like that. It's in the realm of, okay, it's comic booky, but it makes sense. So this one, where they have a straight Scooby-Doo-esque opening where, the armored car gets robbed by a ghost, like a pilgrim ghost, that seems to teleport and all this other stuff, and robs them. It's a question of, like, what, like, alright, I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, okay, so, like, how are they gonna pull this off? Like, obviously it can't be an actual ghost because everything's been grounded so far. Hold on, that's him getting possessed supernatural style.
What? When the few ruled the many, you mean? You said there was such distinct.
So there's a point where, like, on a train, this gentleman ghost, like, is running outside the train and then teleports inside the train. I'm like, okay, my guess, you think using the logic of this show and, the areas around it, that it's set that, like, it's like, okay, it's probably like some kind of old-timey projector, I'm guessing. Some old-timey projector and everything that's happening, because how I was guessing it, because gentleman goes robs the armored car. He rides up next to it, pulls out a gun, shoots the car, and that's what eventually makes it go crazy, flip, and all this stuff. Okay, so my guess was it's a projector. They're projecting this image of a pioneer-esque ghost, this gentleman thief, ghost wherever. He rides in. The gunfire is actually some guys on, like, the side of a building with a sniper rifle shooting the car, but timing it with the animations or whatever, so that way or the hologram, that way it seems like the ghost is doing that. And then, so I was like, okay, and, like, obviously when the truck flips over, that's when they send in the crew, they come in, they grab all the loot or whatever, and then they book it. That was my guess. And then that guess kind of went out the window when he steals. Because there's also a whole subplot where Harvey is still trying to become mayor. He's screwing up pretty badly. And, like, the gentleman, he tries to do, like, a paparazzi thing on, or a thing for, like, to get the goodwill of the people on his side. By going on this train. It's about right here, I think.
Allow me to relieve you of your valuables. Bill phones, coin purses, pocket watches, in the silver bags, if you please.
See, he starts dumping stuff inside this out. I'm like, okay, then wait, no, it can't be a hologram. So what the hell is this thing? It legitimately had me going like, this can't be a ghost. Because it's literally the 6th episode, and this dude hasn't even fought metahumans yet. Like, again, Clayface isn't a dude who becomes a piece of clay. He's literally just an actor who, like, can reshape his face because of chemical shit they injected himself with. But then they pull,
I wouldn't dream of taking a halfpenny from a man of your station.
Oh yeah, pretty much they set up that I forgot what the hell the name is, but the guy, Craddock. Like, the Craddock family, because Bruce is trying to find what the symbol that's on the saddlebag is. Wilma in the library says, I'm sorry about your parents. Also, like, that's the Craddock family. They founded Gotham, but they were strict from the record because the founding guy became like a reverse Robin Hood, where he would steal from the poor to give to himself, which, I don't know, the capitalist ghost? I don't know.
One of my great.
And then they pull a freaking what is the girl from Gravity Falls, the rich one? They pull their manor because suddenly he pops up. Which they never explain why. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this is the one where I'm just like, why exactly did the ghost pop up now over the last 200 and something years? Because it is a ghost. It is a ghost. Bruce tries fighting it. And then eventually his hand gets frozen in ice. And it's like, not even like, oh, like it'll thaw me. Like, no, he has to like dip his hand in like warm water to get it to defrost. Oh yeah, Harvey's makes a deal with Thorne. Thorne, the mafia guy that I think called Falcone last time. He says like, hey, I'm helping the other guy that's against you, but I'm also willing to help you also because if either way I win. And pretty much Harvey's whole thing goes down the drain. And eventually he's gonna make a deal with Thorne, which is gonna lead to him becoming Two-Face. And and Bats goes to someone who should be able to help with, the ghosts and stuff. And also, I forgot to mention, there's a whole thing with Lucius buying the Craddock's home and stuff like that area because he's gonna bulldoze the entire house. Which is funny when the ghost happens. He's like, "I'm gonna bulldoze this house," and the guy who owns the house is like, "Yeah, please." He goes to this man here, Papa Midnight, which they don't call him Papa Midnight in this. They call him Midnight, which then I'm like, why does that sound familiar? And then I remembered Constantine. He's a character in Constantine. He's a dude who, if I remember, in the Constantine movie, he ran the underground. He ran the underground like club that you have to be slightly psychic to see the frogs on a bench behind the card that Shia LaBeouf couldn't get into. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think if he had I'm pretty sure he had a similar role in, but probably wasn't in a nightclub. In man, what was it called? The show. Well, yeah, the Constantine show. But so Papa Midnight pops up. Batman asks like, how do I deal with this guy? And he's like, oh, what you have to do is get the deed. You find Nobleman's blood, put blood on there, and then burn the deed, and that'll kill the ghost or send it back to hell. Which I was thinking, like, is Papa Midnight actually doing this? And, like, this is all a trick to get, like, the deed or something? But no, it turns out that it's all real.
Life.
He steals the deed. The Pennyworths have noble blood. And a big thing about this is because, like, Lucius kind of brings it up where he's talking with Pennyworth. He's like, I'm surprised you're such good friends with Pennyworth, Lucius. And he goes, well, I learned to treat the help as people. And like, Bruce has been treating Alfred kind of like a dick this whole time. Which I guess maybe is indicative of, like, it being the beginning of, the beginning of, like, his whole tenure as Batman, I guess. So, I guess that's kind of the idea there, like, because even in, the Batman, what is it, 2023? It's pretty much similar to that note as well. Like, he treats Alfred like shit until something almost kills Alfred, then he's like, I need to believe in you more. I need to, see you as family more. But
It's a great.
they try to burn the thing. Ghost pops up. Also, Papa Midnight. Pretty much, they start burning it. Again, whole possession, supernatural style. Apparently, Alfred has some kind of secret that he's hiding. That I imagine. I thought it was first like the identity of Batman, but then he's like, no, he has another thing. I'm guessing he probably knows Joe Chill killed Martha Wayne and I can't remember his father's name. Bat's father's name. And he's keeping away from him so Bruce doesn't try to kill him.
Please, kill me before he makes me kill you. No, never. Look what we've done as the old house. Too late now.
And then Bats pulls out a gadget. I'm guessing that's a flare gun. Magic vial sucks up the ghost. And Bats has a...
Master Bruce. You fool. What the hell were you thinking?
You can actually hear the voice, like the sadness in his voice. I love that.
I can't do this job without you. Yes, Master Bruce. I know.
They really lean into the Watson style look for him, I feel like. Also, they even like reference Sherlock Holmes and Watson's one where he says, what is it, like Bruce saying like, this can't be this because of Sherlock Holmes reference. And then he said, and then it can't be it goes because it's in Alfred goes, if everything improbable is, or then maybe the improbable, whatever the hell it is. It's the idea that if you X everything else out, what you thought wasn't it, most likely is it.
To a long bath, sir.
And then there's Papa Midnight.
Stay here.
And this is also like a bit of like, I don't know, this is horror for me, I guess, a little bit. Like, there's always the idea of just being completely like messed up helpless. Like, there's nothing you can do kind of helpless. That, like, it really messes me up in the brain. Like, I'm just like, God, that's terrifying. This hits that same terrifying note for me.
A boon for a boon. You're welcome. Well, hello there, Jim. Been a long time.
So did Papa Midnight help him become an immortal ghost? Also, like, yeah, but like, look, he has it, and like, the ghost is conscious in there. He just puts him away in a pocket like he's nothing. Like, God, that's terrifying. Like, holy shit. And Bat's ass like, what are you gonna do with him? And he's like, oh, you don't want to know. Bat's like, got it, noted. I don't want to know. Bye. And Ghost now exists in this universe. And that's kind of the end of this. Also, this man, Harvey and goes, I need to make a deal with you, Thor, and that's it. And that's the end of it. Definitely want to see what's going to happen next. I'm going to, before I start editing this together, which even then it's not even that much to edit, I'm going to see if I can watch it. I think there's only 2 more episodes. I'm not actually sure on that. I think there's only 2 more episodes, but I could be wrong. But, we'll wait and see. Anyways, this is pretty good. They're really they're like doling out the DC, like, what I'm trying to say, the DC cameos, which I actually really like, which I think that's something that I like a lot over Marvel. And maybe it's just because Marvel I don't know how Marvel. Maybe it's just because Marvel really messed up, like giving rights to like everything else that they can't do this shit. Where again, this is Batman with a Constantine character. Like, I know sometimes Marvel could do that. At least back in the day they could, because there was the Ultimate Spider-Man game where they had like the Fantastic Four and stuff like that. But like, you could have in the Blue Beetle movie. Oh yeah, he was from Gotham. Or, oh man, I'm moving to Metropolis. Like, that shit. Like, I feel like you can only do... DC maybe because they just had a hold on all their properties, I think. That they could do this shit. But, I don't know. This is something that I feel like they could always be doing back and forth all the time, and it's really cool. Anyways. Tell me if comments below. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this Batman's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm almost at the end or not. I'm not sure if it's 8 episodes or 12, and I think it might be 12. I don't know. But, thanks for below. Thanks for watching. Sharing videos. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me if there's anything else I missed. Harvey Dent's, like, assistant also sounded familiar. I'm not sure who that is. But thanks for watching, and we will see you later. It is really funny how, again, his voice just sounds like Dean Winchester.